Hey everybody, this is Jessica with Exploring the Local Life, and today I'm going to give you a tour of our tiny RV kitchen. So I'm going to start right here in the kitchen. It's so huge. This is obviously the sink, but the big thing to notice here is that it came with a custom built-in cover, so that way that will expand your counter space. Some RVs do not come with them, but people will make their own to fit their particular sink. But ours came with it. To get to your sink, you just light it off. Something that we noticed not too long after we had it was that this is not waterproof. So it has expanded and bubbled and all kinds of awesomeness. So you might be better off making your own awesome custom one, because then you can actually either waterproof it to begin with or make it out of materials that are already waterproof, so you don't have to worry about damage. We tend to store ours here. This is where it lives when we are doing the dishes, and I didn't even realize I hadn't finished all the dishes.
Oh, you had. I put that in there just now.
Okay. So, ta-da! Very exciting. We have a regular sink. Something that I will say, at least with our RV, is that this is plastic. The first week or so that we had the RV, I put a hot lid in there and melted some of it. So don't do that. We have to do all of our dishes by hand, and then we dry them here on our cute little IKEA drying rack. Not very fancy, but it does the job. Up above the sink, we have our storage for our dishes and our glasses and our mocha pot, the little one, and then the large one is sitting on our counter currently. But that is pretty much where we keep all of those dishes. It is not well organized, I know this, but hey, it's in there. So these cabinets have this awesome little mechanism here that keeps the doors locked. So even when you're on a travel day hitting a bumpy road, the likelihood of these opening is very small. It's only happened to us once in the almost 2 years that we've been transporting it. As far as the dishes in here, we haven't had any break due to them being here. They're usually due to Jessica. I break them all. So then we come over here to our actual stove and oven complex and microwave. Microwave up here. It's just a regular, cute, tiny little microwave. We don't have any problems with it because all we do is just to like heat up meat, maybe heat up milk, maybe some popcorn, things like that. Nothing, we're not cooking anything in there. We're just heating it up. So no issues there. Well, that's new. I cleaned and broke the screen because I like to break things. So apparently that's what our fan sounds like now. But anyway, that's great for sucking up any hot air. There used to be a light here. We never even bothered replacing it because the light was so dim it was useless. So it comes with this cover here. So that way you can also use that to expand your prep space. You don't want to have this down though when anything's hot. And of course we have our utensils hanging here for ease of use. You always have to sort of like shimmy things and move things around to get from one, I guess, stage of planning or being to the next.
Mommy.
So we have our nice stove here. It's a 3 burner.
3-burner stove.
3-burner stove. And to light it, it's just sort of like any other, really, if you have a gas stove, you're gonna pretty much figure that out. Not a big deal. It works pretty well. We make all of our meals here. Not a problem. Some people are concerned that if you're, I guess if you're going to be making these huge gourmet meals, if you're used to making these huge, expansive whatevers, you might have some issues or you might have to simplify some things. It all sort of depends on how you adapt to it. For me and Robert, we just make very simple meals. We haven't had any issues whatsoever making the meals that we made at home in the house. So, not only do we have the cooktop here, we also have an oven. It is a mini oven. You will not be able to use your regular cookie pans or like pizza pans, and none of that stuff is gonna fit. You're gonna have to go get smaller ones, okay? You might want to measure to make sure. If you have a really, really big fifth wheel, you may have a regular size stove. I don't know, but ours is miniature. So measure before you just start either purchasing new items or assuming the ones, your household items will fit in there. So we come up here and it's really exciting to light the pilot. See if I can do it. I'm gonna see if I can light. I'm gonna get my assistant Roberto, who's helping me.
I can move it.
So way back here, this is where like your pilot is, and you have to light that first before you can actually light your oven.
Get up in there, sweetie.
Nadia's
Put the light
helping
right
also light up.
Get
So
the light lower. No. There we go.
So up here you have off, pilot, and then all your temperatures, degrees. So you want to light the pilot, you want to turn this to the pilot. So it says pilot on, push it, and then get in here and light it, hopefully. And it always takes me like 50 times, but eventually I will light
Far
it.
back. There it is.
Ta-da!
Wow. Let's see if it stays on.
So that's your pilot, and some people leave that on all the time. We do not. We turn it off every single time we're done with the oven. And then to light off the entire oven, you just move, so you move the knob from the pilot to whatever degree that you want, and then it just lights off. Now we do have a, I'm going to turn that off actually, because we shouldn't be filming with it on. We also have this here. This is our pizza stone. Now it is cracked, but it still works. And basically what it does is distribute the heat throughout the oven. If you are going to be using your oven, I suggest getting a pizza stone very strongly, because otherwise you're going to be burning everything. Yeah. Just get it. It's worth it instead of burning everything you attempt to cook. We also have some additional storage. We have some under the sink. And we just pretty much threw stuff in here. Okay, we've got our oils, our spices, some measuring spoons and our cups here in the top. And at the very bottom we have our cleaning supplies. We, of course, love coffee, if you haven't noticed. Not only do we have 2 little mocha pots that we love to use to make ourselves espresso, which we then create cappuccinos with. I should probably say Robert does. We have an entire drawer that's devoted to our coffee and sugars. We're actually running kind of low right now. And Trilogy are one of our favorite local coffee roasters in our hometown. And then at the very bottom we have our junk drawer. And let's not go into too much detail there.
Everybody's got a junk drawer.
Everyone's got a junk drawer. You might also be wondering where our garbage can is. It's right at our front door. We kept our regular garbage can from our house and just brought it in here. Alright, so now it's time for the refrigerator. Now we have a refrigerator and a freezer. Some smaller RVs will only have the refrigerator. Ours does run on electric and propane. So as you can see, it's not really that tiny. We've got this really big gallon of tea here. We have a water pitcher, and we're able to fit 2 half-gallon milks in here. And then it even has a little pull-out drawer. So it's not really that tiny. We could fit quite a bit in there. For a family of 4, weekly shopping trips are all that we really need. And then our freezer, also fairly large. We can fit a whole frozen pizza in there.
And some vodka.
And some vodka for those tough days. No, I'm just kidding. We've had that for a while. Lastly, we have a pantry, or actually I guess it's any type of closet, but we use it mostly as a pantry. And then the other part is toy storage for the kids. So here we are. We mostly keep like our paper towels and things up here, paper plates and things. And then we use like different baskets to try to organize it just a little bit. But this is pretty much all for food from here to here, sort of like food and paper goods that we need. And then the bottom 2 are for the kiddos. So that way they can reach it and they have their own place to put their toys. And that pretty much wraps up the tour of our kitchen. Considering that we have a 26-foot travel trailer, it's really not that small. It does what it needs. It has everything that we need, and we are able to prepare food for a family of 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe, sign up for notifications for new videos, and like the video. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.